Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for my second and final video of the night. This time here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below on this channel. And subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Share this video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that bell. Turn on all my notifications so YouTube can somehow, some way, if they feel like it, send my videos out to you, so you'll be the first ones to know when I go live. My videos are up. And you can come in the chat and chat with me and have a good old time. But it's up to YouTube. The YouTube is not sending out videos to anybody, really. Especially my videos and other people's videos. Because their notification system sucks fucking cock. But it is what it is. That's all I got to say about that. So come on in to the chat. Chat some wrestling, some sports, some whatever you want. Open forum. It'll be recognized. And if you like what you see, like I said, subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well down below. And hit that bell to get notified of when I go live on each one of my channels. And that's all you got to do. Because if you don't, you miss out on a lot. I mean, a lot, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, on this late Friday night, August the 14th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else, it's now August the 15th, 2020, right in the middle of August, the dog days of August, getting very close to the end of August and the end of summer. Labor Day's coming up in a couple weeks. Mrs. is coming back in a couple weeks. You know, she kind of tricked me tonight. That bitch. But I digress. Anyway. So, on this late Friday night, it is time for your late night Smackdown review for August the 14th, 2020 from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Possibly for the last time, as Michael Cole said that they're going to be somewhere else next week. I thought it was going to be after SummerSlam. I could have been wrong. I must have read the article wrong. But they're going to be at the Amway Center for Raw, for NXT, for SmackDown, for their pay-per-views. I guess, and SummerSlam is going to be at the Amway Center. So you got that. So next week should be interesting with the if the rumors are true that we'll go to the Amway, if they're going to be live at the Amway Center next week, because they are going to be doing live shows now. So last week, tonight, this week was the last week. Hold on a second. Cheers to you. As always, the good old Pepsi and Jack. Ha ha ha. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. You ever have Pepsi and Jack Daniels? You are fucking missing out. Better than Jack and Coke. My eyes. What is? Pepsi and vodka. Ugh. Don't try that. All right. So SmackDown tonight. Pretty interesting show. We had an interesting segment with Braun Strowman and The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Little Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, at the end of the show, which kind of took a double turn, if you know what I mean. We had that. We had Retribution causing complete chaos. We had a return of a luchador. I think you know who I'm talking about. I know it's not Rey Mysterio. But he already came back. It is what it is. But somebody you that you didn't think of it. I've been saying, where is he for weeks? But he came back. It's an interesting little thing. That was basically it. Basically Retribution causing chaos, and the Braun segment, the Braun Strowman, Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt love triangle. That's all I gotta say about that. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. And like I said, the chat room is open. So let's have a good old chat. And I forgot to get my notes. I forgot to put up my notes. What the fungus am I doing? It would be nice if I was prepared, but you know, with me, I'm never prepared. And that's what sucks about me. And that's basically all I got to say about that. But yeah, the show is eh. That's all I got to say about that. And let's get into it. If my freaking notes would load from the computer. Takes time to load freaking Word. I don't know why. This fucking computer fucking sucks sometimes, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm up now. We are ready to go. And if you talk about Smackdown, let's talk about it in the chat. And I got one person watching, so that's good. Thank you for the view. And if you like what you see, subscribe and leave some comments and stuff like that. And tell your friends as well. All right. Let's get into it. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so we begin Smackdown with the craziness and wildness of Retribution, whoever they may be. Seems like they're getting larger every week. Have you noticed this? I mean, we saw them on Raw, and it was like maybe 5, maybe 6 people. I felt like tonight we saw like 12, 13 people. I mean, they swelled. I think one of them is a former NXT women's and a former WWE women's champion. Who howls out the moon. I think you know. And then another one who thinks she's FABULS. There was rumors of that. There's rumors. Those rumors. I'm telling you. That's all I gotta say about it. Let's begin. I'll get to the get out the first segment, and then we'll go back and forth with the chat. Okay. Good. All right. So the show starts off with the craziness of Retribution, the dark hooded figures that look like the Dark Order without Evil Uno and the Exalted One. But we'll probably get something like that. Like probably like on Monday Night Raw, we'll get somebody from the group saying, "We're here to cause chaos, and anybody stands our way, we'll kick their ass. And we're doing this for the Almighty One," or some shit like that. And then they'll get caught here and there. They might get caught, and then it'll be somebody notable or somebody that we don't care about, some NXT rookie or some shit that's in catering or something like that. And then they'll be interrogated like, "Who's your leader?" It's like, you will pay. The Exalted One will come and kick your ass. Then the Exalted One will be somebody we don't know. Maybe it's Vince McMahon. Remember that? When the talked about the higher power, and then they brought out this guy, and hey, all along, and then the whole Austin Taker feud went off. Pretty good fucking feud, all the way through SummerSlam 90 something. I forget what year it was. That they had that match at MSG, which I did not go to because I still have the picture somewhere in my house. Me and my good blood my good buddy Platon, yes, that's his name. Uh, we were portraying Kane and the Undertaker, and we came into his room with candles. That was funny with Taker's music, by the way. That was fun. That was the good old days when you go to your friend's house and watch pay-per-view. Get some fucking pizza and some chips, some beer, and good stuff. Now you don't see that anymore. Well, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Ever been like to somebody's house watching a pay-per-view? God knows how long. And most of my friends have moved on. They're married and they've moved to other places. One moved to California, another one moved to Long Island. I mean, I still have friends in Brooklyn, that lived in my old hometown of Brooklyn, and I have friends here in Jersey. No, not many, So I don't go to their house, and most of them don't watch wrestling anyway. It is what it is. So we get all that. We see them, doing a Molotov cocktail at the electrical equipment 2 weeks ago, and then you saw them on Smackdown just destroying the ring with a chainsaw, and then chasing on Michael Cole and Corey Graves, and then beating up like the people in the crowd. We saw all that. So we go to the arena, the Performance Center. Mitchell Cole, you know who he is, Mitchell Cole, Michael Cole, whatever you want to call him, welcomes us to Friday Night Smackdown, and he claims that this group, Retribution, is hiding behind current events, whatever that means. So then we go inside the Performance Center. We see lame ass security, like they're gonna do anything, blocking the door, trying to keep these thugs out, and then looking for them down the hall in catering. They're probably eating Titus catering. I don't know. Blah 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 blah, and that's all I can say about that. So we get that, and then we hear the popular voice of Big E. Oh, people, no! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for the biggest piece of trash! No, I'm just kidding. I like Big E. Big E's cool. Probably gonna win the Universal title by the end of the year, and then lose it at WrestleMania, or win it at WrestleMania. Probably win the Intercontinental title and then win the Universal title at WrestleMania. Kind of like a reverse Kofi. Or do like Kofi and him going for the belt. He wins the belt at WrestleMania, gets his big, no pun intended. And then we see Xavier Woods and Kofi Kicks. They come out and they're all celebrating, and then Biggie's like, "Fuck you guys!" And then the New Day breaks up next year. That's what I would do. I don't need you guys. I'll do it myself. Because I'm Big E. I got a big dick too. I digress. I digress, ladies and gentlemen. I digress. Yeah, it's lagging. I apologize. This fucking sucks. I think the next video I do will probably be on my laptop. It's something wrong with my computer and StreamYard, like on both computers. So I don't understand the fucking lag. It's something wrong with my. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we get to Big E. Out, gyrating his fucking hips and his big fuck. Not that I was looking at it. His big fucking dick. You know, not that I was looking at it. I'm a fucking straight man. I'm not like other guys. You know who they are. So he comes out, and he's got a match with John Morrison. Why are you doing the same thing with freaking Miz and Morrison and the New Day in freaking singles matches? What is the fucking WWE's obsession with the New Day and John Morrison and the Miz? Every fucking week we're getting something. It was not Big E. What the fuck's going on outside? It's fucking August the 15th, and I'm hearing freaking fireworks outside. What the fuck? And I'm hearing all these people that shoot off these firecrackers, getting them from Mexico or from Pennsylvania. August the 15th, shooting fireworks off. What the flying fuck? I mean, do it on Labor Day. Or do it on 9/11. You know, I mean, come on. And by the way, that pissed me off. Stupid Cuomo and freaking De Blasio. We're gonna cancel the 9/11 lights going up. You know, every 9/11 they have the lights go on at the place where the World Trade Center was. You know, the Twin Towers. You know, to remember the faithful departed that died on 9/11. They were going to cancel that because of the fucking virus. But thankfully, it's not going to be canceled because the Port Authority and the Police Benevolence Association, the PBA, and something else. I think the Sergeants Benevolence Association, the PBA and the SBA, all the New York police stuff. You know what I mean? And the Port Authority, they're gonna do the lights. They don't know where it's gonna be. So we'll have the 9/11 lights, but not at the Trade Center. Which fucking sucks. That's why Cuomo and freaking De Blasio's fucking suck, and they need to get the fuck out of New York City. They have fucking destroyed New York City. And I thought Bloomberg was bad. I actually like Mike Bloomberg over those guys now. I can't wait till next year's election. And hopefully we don't get anything bad like a fucking virus. Because it's an election year. Can't wait for de Blasio and Cuomo to get the fuck out of New York. And here in New York, in Jersey, you got Governor Murphy, who's a pretty damn good guy. I like him. That's all I gotta say about that. As long as he opens a fucking restaurants. Anyway, so Biggie comes out gyrating his shit. He's up against John Morrison. Biggie cut a promo. I really didn't remember it. Not that I cared. Actually, I take that back. Biggie cuts a promo, a mini little promo, picture promo. Says that it's not and New Day is, and Biggie always looks hungry. He's like, I'm hungry. So go to Titus Catering and get yourself a nice fillet of fish sandwich or some shit. I don't know. And then Morrison comes out. He says something that I didn't hear. Anyway, so they're about to go at it, but the lights start flickering, and then they kind of go on and off, and then Michael was like, "Oh crap, we're fucked." And then we see a look like a woman come on the apron, and we could tell she had black hair, and we could, if you look closely, it was Ember Moon. It looked like Ember Moon, even though she's still out with a really bad leg injury that could possibly end her career. But people saying it was Ember Moon. Who knows? So the woman gets and Biggie and Biggie's like, I'm not gonna hit a woman. And then we have more, and then the other thugs get on the apron, surround the ring, Shield style. Then they run off Corey Graves and Michael Cole again. Sadly, did not hit him. Fuck. Can we just get rid of those two guys and just have me, Joe Cronin, and JD? Please. I mean, seriously, send Vince a fucking tweet or a tout or a Vine or something, an Instagram message telling them that Peter Gilmore, Joe Cronin, and JD from New York should be on commentary. It'd be 10 times better than Michael Cole and Corey Graves or Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton, and Samoa Joe. Even though I like Samoa Joe on commentary. And then get rid of Vic Joseph. I don't know why they brought him back. I think Hunter likes him or something. He was Smackdown with Mauro Ranallo and Beth Phoenix since Nigel's stuck in the UK. I miss Nigel McGuinness. It is what it is. Thanks to this fucking virus, a lot of people are fucking missing. Bobby Roode, Pete fucking Dunne, Jordan Devlin, guys like that. Kaylee Ray, Welter, all the people that, all the people from the NXT UK and a couple of people in the States or Canada. I haven't seen them since. And that's probably all I got to say about that. All right, so these thugs come out. They surround the ring. They run off Corey Graves and Michael Cole. And then they get in the ring. Big E and Morrison try to attack, but there's like 15 of them. There's like 5 or 6. I don't know how many there were. Like eight people in the ring. Even the women. One, like I said, one of them looked like Ember Moon. Another one, people saying it was Carmella. Those, what we saw last week, I think it was I think last week or the week before on Smackdown. Somebody was saying that was Chelsea Green. It's people from NXT. That's basically it. We're gonna find out it's gonna be Ciampa, Dominic Dijakovic, Killian Dane, and others from NXT, and maybe a couple from the main roster who have been out for a while, like Ember Moon, like Carmella. That's all it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. So these thugs take out Morrison and knock him to the floor. Big E's knee, and Big E was like hobbling on his knee. Then one guy, this big guy, spears Big E in the ring. Kind of looked like a Big Show spear, or I don't know. Anyway, the camera was like going completely berserk. It's like trying to catch everything. Then through the crowd, and then The Miz comes out to check on his buddy, his partner, John Morrison. Now, where the hell was the rest of the roster during this? Are we fiddling with themselves? Maybe Titus must have had something in catering that was pretty damn good. Maybe cookies or something. I don't know. But you know that Titus catering is damn good. That's why you got like people like Dana Brooke around there. And that's all I gotta say about it. So pretty. It's segment. I don't know where this Retribution thing is gonna go. Probably get more on Monday Night Raw going through SummerSlam. I bet you they're gonna make a fucking ruckus at SummerSlam. Take over SummerSlam. Be like an NWO takeover or some shit, or an Ace and Ace takeover. Gonna really fuck up SummerSlam. Like fuck up the main event. I doubt the main event, but like somewhere in the middle of the night, they're gonna fuck everything up again. But we get that. But it's not the last time we see Retribution tonight. We see them a little bit later on. Once again in the Big E Morrison match, but I'll get to that later. But this first segment was all right. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, where's this Retribution getting? What is the main goal? Are they just gonna come out and beat people up, and there's no end game? Like, are they somebody gonna catch them and unmask them, and then we find out who the leader is? I don't know where's this going, but not really. This group reminds me of a fucking the Dark Order, like another thing that WWE stole from AEW, basically. Remember when the Dark Order came out and there were like 10 of them? We didn't know who was who, except the people that were there, like Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, the Super Smash Brothers. And then they recruited the Beaver Boys, John Silver and Alex Reynolds. All the other people were like minions. And then they would talk about the Exalted One. Everybody thought it was Chris Daniels, but it turned out to be Brody Lee. And that's that. And now Brody Lee's going after the TNT title on Wednesday night against Cody. And a certain someone appears. I wonder who that could be. Somebody may be joining the Dark Order. Eric Rowan. Sorry, I have this cold. I have a really bad cold, ladies and gentlemen. I don't, I gotta go to the doctor. But I digress. All right, so we see that, and then Ms. Morrison check on the guy. Check on Ms. checks on Morrison, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So it's like I said, so I gave all that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And I'm trying to do my best to fix it. I think something wrong with the computer. I think maybe I don't know. All right, let's get to the chat. I wasted a lot of time doing that shit. It's really laggy. And like a 3 minute lag. New computer. All right, Sloppy Joe looks like an egg. A very muscular, looks like the Big Show. I mean, they wanted, who's on the one, the monster-like, and I think it's stronger and more powerful. Yeah, lifting them weights, and strong. He looked like when he first came to the black sheep of the family. He looked fucking huge. A little bit of weight over a couple years. Fucking God forbid. And fading in, I like how they fade in, but it is these stars who are getting revenge because of failed main roster. They could be guys that got brought up to the main roster. One of them was Ciampa. Put him and Gargano back in it. No, he didn't go to the main roster. They broke up Sanity and everybody fighting Willie Mack for the. I mean, Dane's probably another one. I don't know. I would say Aleister Black, but he could. And Vince wants to change his thugs. I would say Ricochet. I mean, really, he came up from nowhere. Cedric, Lacey doing nothing by Naomi, but then it could be anybody from. She's not doing anything. People say Lars Sullivan. Probably a decent way to bring. But Lars Sullivan in the Retribution. It could be anybody from that was in NXT and went to Titus Catering in the next few weeks. Next, is there going to be going to be in this group, basically just beating the crap out of everybody. The glass and the ring apron and the steps. Like, what's the end game? I want to know what the end game is. Going to be CM Punk. I think that's all I really got to say about that. Got Chase Stabler, who's in I think he's from Florida. He says, "What's up? Fuck this." This bag is going in and out. That's like either the memory or something with the computer. I don't know, but if it looks better now, it looks better now on my end. But on your end, I don't know. And that's it. All right, that's the end of the chat. Hopefully, we get more chat later on. So come on back, come on in, and leave a like if you like what you see, and if you want to leave a comment, go ahead. And that's that. And we will move on from there. All right, so we had Retribution cause a bunch of havoc. They almost looked like they almost injured Biggie. One of them hit Biggie in the leg. Biggie was grabbing at his shin or his leg, and then they laid out Morrison, and they ran off Michael Cole and Corey Graves. And then Miz comes out to check on Morrison. So all of that, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Pretty good opener. That's that. All right, we go to break. We come back. We're in the back with the Miz, and he's with John Morrison, and he explained he was on the phone with his wife Maurice. And he says, none of this would have happened if Biggie didn't send out that tweet. I wonder what tweet that was. But why were you even on the phone with Maurice? What were you talking to Maurice about? Were you trying to have phone sex with Maurice? Is she lonely at home? Maybe she should give this guy a call. I'll give her another kid. Gotta love that French ass, but it is what it is. She's hot. Got a nice big set of titties, but I digress. And that's that. So yeah, we get that. So he's kind of sorry he didn't get there on time. And then we see Shorty G, Chad Gable, also checking up on Big E. So I don't, is Gable a face or a tweener or a heel? What is he? He's like we don't know what is he gonna be. And we see Chad Gable later on in the show talking to Matt Riddle. So I don't know, what is he, a face? Is he a heel? Is he the in between? Good song, by the way, In Between, by In This Moment. Go check it out now on YouTube and buy their CD Mother in stores now. So big ups to In This Moment. That's that. So yeah, who's Chad Gable? I mean, is he face or is he heel? So he's checking on Big E, like Gran Metalik and Lindsay Dorado there. Drew Gulak was there. For some odd reason, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura were there. But I'll get to that segment in a minute. Actually, it's up right now. And then in comes Baron Snorbin Corbin, the worst part of SmackDown, the supposed king of the WWE. He says that they need direction, they need leadership, and if they follow him, they will be safe. He's like, shut the fuck up. He didn't say that, but he said, shut your mouth. He said that he says that their house, and he says the Foot Clan, the Foot Clan, really nice Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. You could have said the putties from the Mighty. We'll bring up something from Voltron or Thundercats or the GoBots or the Transformers. Or the Decepticons come and beat up and took our house. Skeletor and his friends. Skeletor and Trapjaw and Beastman came in and beat and had a couple of friends and beat everybody up. They took Orko hostage or something. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I used to have those figures, and sadly I don't have them anymore. I used to have Castle Grayskull. I used to have Skeletor's Lair. I had Battle Cat, Ram Man, Man at Arms, Tila, Orko, Trapjaw, Beastman, Merman. All the good characters from He-Man. I used to have almost every week. I used to go to the 5 and Dime store, and I would get either Smurfs when Smurfs were around, or get He-Man figures. And I would look when they had the new set of He-Man figures, and I would just pick them up because they were cheap back then, back in the 80s. That was good times. Good times for the 80s. Voltron, Thundercats, GoBots, G.I. Joe, all those great cartoons. Sadly, we don't have cartoons anymore. Even especially Saturday morning cartoons, we don't have that shit no more. With all these freaking things. We want different stuff on TV, you know what I mean? Fucking disgrace, man. Fucking disgrace. I miss my Saturday morning cartoons. God damn it. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is still on the air. I think it's on. I think it's still on the. Dragon Ball Supers now is on the Cartoon Network. And they're showing different other shows that I really don't watch. So. And then you have The Simpsons, and they have Bob's Burgers, which is a horrible show, by the way. I don't like that. Then you got King of the Hill, which is a good show. You still have South Park, and used to have I don't know, it's around with Dexter's Laboratory. Back in the day, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Ed, and Eddie, DuckTales, which is still around on the Disney Channel now. Duckwing Duck, let's get dangerous. You know, all that good stuff back in the day. That was good shit. So, that's that. So Corey comes in, says his shit. Biggie tells him to shut up, and says it's their house. And he says the Foot Clan ain't gonna run up in our house and put their dirty feet on their couch. A little bit, maybe a Charlie Murphy reference. I don't know. He says he's going to go back out there. He's going to beat the crap out of Morrison and show these hooligans that now is not the time to run and hide. It's time to run and fight. Stand up for your rights. So we'll see what happens later on. Let's see if Biggie and friends can beat up Retribution and get, well, no pun intended, retribution. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right. After that, we get Sheamus fella. Lost spot. So Sheamus comes in, and he's like, good speech. And he has this big-ass fucking coat on. Fucking 90 degrees in Orlando, and you're wearing a fucking coat, Sheamus? You know, you don't care about getting sick? I mean, he's Irish, and he needs a fucking tan. So maybe the fucking coat will help. I don't know. Anyway, he says he's goosebumps, but you can't see him because of the jacket. He says Big E's giving a desperate cry for help. And he says he's vulnerable and scared. And those fools, he calls the Retribution fools, smell the fear. Then he starts talking to Chad Gable, starts clowning around with him, you know, kind of setting up something. He does that for a little bit and says they wouldn't dare interrupt Sheamus' match and they should be very afraid of him. So Big E then tells Sheamus that I'm not alone. And then they all leave. They go to the ring. They leave and Sheamus just looks at him. That was that. So not a bad segment. Kind of like a smorgasbord of as they try to get retribution from retribution. And we'll see what happens. I'll get the segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that was that. All right. Then we go to the ring with the best thing on SmackDown, the 2-woman power trip. The SmackDown Raw Women's Champions and the Women's Tag Team Champions. We get Sasha Banks, the boss, and Bayley. Don't give me a hug. They come out, and we see security around the around the ring. They're by the the plexiglass, and then we see like half of the people up in the stands or something like that, or just like further back. Most of this, there was a few that was still like right near the plexiglass, but it is what it is. So they come out, Sasha looking hot as always, and Bayley, looking like Bayley. So they get in the ring. Bayley brings up the group of fools, meaning the Retribution, and they want to hear what they want to hear what she has to say, and they should follow suit. And they're going to get going with this tri-branded battle royal. So Sasha starts laughing, says people know better than to interrupt them. And she brings up she talks about facing Asuka at SummerSlam, and they up that at Payback they're going to defend the women's tag team titles against who? Probably be the Iconics. Probably. That's the only team left. Unless Alexa and Nikki can get back together and go after them. But I mean, who are they gonna face? There was no tag team besides the Iconics. I'm thinking it's gonna be the Iconics facing them at Payback, and I think they're gonna, I think SummerSlam is gonna be the end of the power trip. Sasha's gonna lose to Asuka. Bayley's probably going to lose to whoever she faces at the Battle Royal. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. And at Payback, they're going to lose the women's tag team belts. So they're going to be beltless. So the power trip gets unplugged at SummerSlam and at Payback as well. But we'll see what happens with that. So Sasha talks about facing Asuka at SummerSlam and then defending their tag titles at Payback. But tonight's all about Bayley. And after last week, they talked about Stephanie McMahon. Hi, Steph. Trying to rain on their parade like she always does, because not even McMahon could hold them down. They said they'd taken every other job in WWE, but one. They said that they did great on commentary and, bashing Michael Cole and Corey Graves. And Michael Cole's like, I know it's true, but it is what it is. So they said they're gonna do ring announcing. Oh, this should be fun. So they announced some members of the group. They announced who came out first. I forgot who came out from, but it was Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Nox, somebody from the Iconics. The Iconics came out first. Then Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. Then Lacey Evans. And then this ain't right. And then we hear the music of Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka except my dick. And that's all I can say about that, because Asuka's my number one. She comes in, beats the crap out of Sasha, gets a bit on Bayley. Sasha leaves the ring, and then we see the rest of the girls come out. We see Shayna Baszler. I didn't see Bianca Belair go to break. So I give that little segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. So we get to our first official match of the night for the right to face Bayley at SummerSlam. You had Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Tegan Nox, Shotzi Blackheart, Lacey Evans, Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, and Dana Brooke, and everybody else. Nikki Cross was in it. Tamina was in this. I'm surprised Tamina was actually doing anything. So, a whole bunch of things going on. Liv Morgan was in it. Morgan gets tossed over by the Iconics, but Liv gets on just stands on the apron. And then Ruby Riott gets sent to the apron. Ruby drops down. Billie Kay is next, and then Peyton. They pull Liv off the apron, eliminating her. And then Ruby and Liv fight the Iconics to the back, continuing their little thing. I don't know what's going on with that feud. We're gonna get more on Monday Night Raw. Get that. So over the top battle royal, not through the middle rope or the bottom rope battle royal. And both feet have to touch the floor, by the way. So Nikki's still in the match. Nikki pulls the apron, traps Dana in it, and starts beating the crap out of her. Goes back in the ring, goes for Asuka. And we see Bianca nearly drops to the ground, but hangs on with one hand. Naomi has Evans in the corner. And Tamina's in. She's just getting hit and no selling it. From Nikki. She sends Nikki to the apron. She hits a right hand. And she hits a super kick on Nikki. And Nikki goes, bye-bye. So long. Farewell. So Nikki's eliminated. Then she hits some clotheslines to Tegan Nox and Shotzi, who were the only persons from NXT in this match. Why? They couldn't have EO. They couldn't have Kaden Carter, maybe a Karen Q or, Zia Lee. People that are not on NXT, that's like Indy Hartwell, Kaden Carter, Casey Catanzaro. You couldn't have had them on in the Battle Royal? Really? Tegan Nox and Shotzi as the only representatives from NXT? Oh, that's going to be great. Fucking idiots. Fucking booking team. Fucking sucks. So Bianca goes head-to-head with Tamina. That was interesting. Tamina shows Bianca hits a right hand, beats the crap out of Tamina for a little bit. Tamina comes back with a kick. Fireman's carry. Bianca flies off, hits a wicked spear to Tamina. Then a knockout from behind sends Tamina out the ring. They got eliminated. I'm not sure that. Naomi ducks a clothesline from Lacey, drops her chin on the head, then flies out the corner over the top, hits the shoulder, then a high kick to Shayna. Lacey hits that woman's right, eliminating Naomi. Like Naomi's gonna get better, do anything. Oh, we need Naomi deserves better. She does, but she's just not getting what she wants. I think creative have nothing for her, and they're just putting her in catering with Lacey Evans and company, with Dana Brooke and everybody. So Naomi hits a kick, and Lacey's eliminated, which sucks. And Shayna knocks in the behind, sends Shotzi over, chokes her out while staring at Sasha and Bayley. And then Lacey is there to drag Shotzi off the apron to the floor, so Shotzi's basically gone. Looks to send her into ropes, locks up from behind. Bianca hits the ropes, Knox holds on, but then Bianca knocks her out, eliminates her. But actually, Knox holds on Bianca, then gets eliminated, which fucking sucked. Asuka and Shayna Baszler. Knox attacks both of them in the corner. Then she hits a cannonball to both women. Then she grabs Shayna by the throat, looks for a choke slam. But Shayna picks her up, falls a little bit of a botch. Sad to see that happen to Shayna. It is what it is. So we got a botch. And then Dana Brooke, who supposedly was not eliminated, is there to grab Tegan, pull her off. And Dana starts talking crap to Bayley, and Sasha's like, yeah, I got this. I'm going to do it for Titus O'Neil. And I'm going to win this thing. No, you're not. Goes in the ring, flips right into the Carafita clutch from Shayna. Dana then escapes it, but Asuka's there to hit the hip attack, sends Dana out of the ring off the apron, eliminating Dana Brooke. So for my good buddy Jekko Knight, your woman got limped. I think you need to. So go do that. So anyway, Shayna and Asuka, the final two, we didn't see that coming. They lock up, and Shayna hits a knee, sends Asuka to the corner. Asuka runs, hits and then we get a high knee from Shayna. But then Asuka comes back with a back elbow, and then Bayley grabs Asuka by the foot. Asuka kicks away and hits a sliding knee to both Bayley and Sasha. And then Shayna looks to put Asuka away. She kicks Asuka off the apron, but Asuka lands on top of Sasha and Bayley's backs. So Asuka's not eliminated yet. Kind of like a Mandy Rose kind of thing back to Royal Rumble when she landed on Otis, and she was saved from the match. So anyway, Asuka hops up on the apron. They go back and forth. Shayna tries for the clutch. Asuka locks up her head from behind, pulls Shayna over her shoulder, and Shayna goes to the ground. And the winner is Asuka. So Asuka will now face Sasha and Bayley at SummerSlam for both. So basically a winner take all for Asuka. Though I don't know if that's going to be the case for both Bayley and Sasha. So if Bayley wins, she gets the women's title. And if Sasha wins, she gets the Raw Women's title back. So who wins here? So maybe we'll get Asuka 2 belts at SummerSlam, which may be the case. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we're gonna move on from there. And that's that. So Asuka wins the Battle Royal. She'll face Bayley and Sasha at SummerSlam for both belts. And we'll see what happens with that. And we get that. So match was all right. It wasn't great. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Not the greatest Battle Royal in history, but it is what it is. Kind of went 8 minutes. I don't know why. It should have lasted maybe 5 minutes at most. But it is what it is. So we go to having a connection trip. She's pissed. So Sasha's like, I didn't know Oscar would be in this, and but they need to stop freaking out. And she tells Bailey, "You got this. We got this." And then Bailey says, "Come SummerSlam, she'll have something important to fight for." And then production box as Sasha tries to help out and fight Oscar. Then we get people come in to stop the beatdown, like Pat Buck was there grabbing Oscar. You stupid bitch! Nobody grabs Oscar but me. God damn it! So he comes in and referees come in and they stop the madness. So that was that. So we're gonna see what happens on Monday Night Raw with Oscar, with Sasha and Bailey. You know, like I said, I think it's going to be a winner takes all match at SummerSlam. And if I had to put money on it, I would probably give it to Oscar. Oscar wins both belts, and then she starts for Shayna on Raw. And on SmackDown, we'll probably have a rematch with Bailey or with Sasha. And I think she'll lose both belts in the end, but she's not going to have a long title reign with the Raw or SmackDown Women's title. You know? So I think, like I said, Shayna's going to win the Raw Women's title, probably a Payback. She's going to win the Raw Women's title at Payback. Or win both belts, who knows? And then she's going to go on a nice long streak with the Raw Women's title. And then that's that. See, that's 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, once again, the chat room is open. So if you want to come in, talk SmackDown, talk anything you want. We can go all night long. But I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta go to work in the afternoon. So can't do this forever. But that's that. And we move on from there. All right. After that, we get a video of the Sonya Deville Mandy Rose saga. You know, we saw Sonya beating up Mandy a couple weeks ago, then cutting her hair, and we see from last week Mandy and Sonya go at it. You know, get involved in the heavy machinery match with I think it was Miz and Morrison. Yeah, it was against Miz and Morrison. Mandy and Sonya get involved, and then they brawl and have to get pulled apart by Otis and the Miz and everybody. So we see what happens with that. So then we go backstage with Mandy Rose, who has like a nice little new haircut, and she's in like army fatigues. That's kind of interesting. So Mandy says it's about how people perceive her. She tells Sonya that she's not the first person to say that she is just another pretty face. She's just a Barbie doll, so fake. She can't wrestle. She's just a model, and still hurts her to this day. She says she's a bikini world champ, but is having 3 jobs while putting herself through college, while winning the championship mean anything. She worked her ass off to get here. This wasn't handed to her. And it turns out that Sonya has done nothing but remind her that she is so much more than just a pretty face. And Mandy tells Sonya that she wants her at SummerSlam, and not just any match, hair versus hair. So like I said, when this thing started, when Sonya cut Mandy's hair, I was like, yup, that's gonna happen at SummerSlam, and I think Mandy will win the feud, and Sonya's gonna be bald. I think because of her, her lesbian stuff. Some them want to make her bald. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Like Sonya's hair looks nice and everything. But, I would hate to see bald. It doesn't look good on her, but it is what it is. Look at how that worked for Molly Holly. Not too good. Not so good for Molly Holly. That's all I gotta say. Nothing. The first woman's hair versus hair match since Victoria and Molly Holly, I believe. That was a long time ago. I don't remember what pay-per-view was that. But that was the last time we saw a hair versus hair match. And that's all I got to say about that. And then she said she can't wait to prove her wrong, and it's going to get ugly. Really ugly. And we'll see what that probably gives Sonya a really bad haircut. But it is what it is. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with Nikki and Sonya as we get into next week. And then at SummerSlam, who's going to become bald. That's that. All right. Then after that, we see more security backstage. They're near the gorilla position, I think. Hey, guys, why don't you call the day, clock out, have a nice pint of Guinness or whatever, and I'll take over from here. So, like, okay. Then they leave. Good old security. Can't find good security nowadays. So they leave, so I give that 2 out of 5 stars. Blah, 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 blah. All right, after that, we go backstage with Nikki Cross and Bliss. Nikki looks stressed out. She's like, you know. And then Alexa's like standing there, kind of like not unsure of herself, still thinking about what happened. So Nikki apologizes for what she's done over the past couple and out on her. Alexa's like, I'm fine. You're fine. We're all good. We're good. And she doesn't want Nikki to worry about her. Nikki's like, stop. And then she talks about the Fiend being in the building. And Alexa needs to go somewhere safe. Alexa's like, no, I need to go find Braun and get some answers. Which Braun Strowman said last week he doesn't care about Alexa Bliss, his little bestie. So she's going to look for Braun, try to get some answers. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars as well for that segment. All right, match number 2. Sheamus fella taking on Shorty G, Chad Gable. Again, I don't know why. Kind of these matches kind of suck tonight, but it is what it is. This match was not anything to write home about. Starts with Gable at the bell. Sheamus backs him in the corner and hits some elbows. Then starts walking away. Then he kicks Gable in the gut, sends Gable to the outside. And Gable is seated on the apron. Sheamus lifts him up, starts doing the Brogue, clubbing blows over the chest, over and over and over and over again. Gable drops down to the mat outside. Sheamus goes outside to get him. Grabs Gable, sends him back in the ring. Grabs the head, hits an uppercut. Then he sends him into the ropes. Goes for a right hand and missed. And then Gable hits a drop kick to the knee. Gable grabs the leg, wraps his leg around it, and drops the knee. Gets some body scissors from behind. Then some cross faces, mounting Sheamus on his back. Not like that, but it is what it is. Gable looking really, really vicious right now. And hits a right hand to face. Hits the ropes. And an axe handle from Sheamus comes back with an axe handle, dropping Gable down to the mat. Then he hits the Irish Coast backbreaker. Then a knee to Gable. Then a backhead. I guess beating the crap out of Chad Gable. Gable tries to fight back with a chop. Then another one. Then another one. But Sheamus like, fuck this. Hits a high knee. Goes for a body slam, but Gable lands on his feet. Hits a rolling kick to the head. Sheamus like, stumbles around. Gable goes to the top rope. Dives off with a missile drop kick for a near fall. Then he tries for a 1920 scoop roll up. But he transitioned into the ankle lock. But Sheamus kicked Gable into ropes. Gable rolls into a jackknife pin for a near fall. And Sheamus comes right back with white noise. And then he sets up for the Brogue kick. Hits the Brogue kick. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus beats this Hammernager once again, like he did when he came back to SmackDown all those weeks and months ago. So Sheamus picks up the win. Match I really didn't give 2 shits for. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. So Sheamus continues his little winning ways, and we'll see what happens with Sheamus as the weeks go on, and that's that. All right, then we go backstage. We see AJ Styles with somebody we haven't seen in a while. Joseph Park, aka Abyss, is Monday night. Oh, not Monday night, but on Smackdown. Kind of has an old school TNA type feel tonight. So we get that. So they're talking on Joseph Park's like. So that's that. So we're gonna hear from AJ Styles coming up. So we go to the ring. AJ is with Joseph Park in his suit, and we see like an easel or something in the ring. So AJ gets about Retribution, these hooligans. We got more pressing matters to deal with. Who's gonna face him for the Intercontinental title? And he's like, who wants to know? Who wants to know? Well, it doesn't matter, but because of Daniel Bryan, yes, saying, and he's like, well, haven't I been? Fucking bugs. Haven't I been a champ already? But he just wants to enjoy being the IC champ. Just wants to sit at home, get on his Twitch account, and enjoy the moment. But so many people, just like us, are acting like a bunch of nerds, throwing out statistics. Like he needs to hear that. What do we know about statistics? He says he watches baseball and football, always looking at his stats. Then he realized that he is a stud of a himself. Okay. He cares about stats too. And if we're going to go by stats, they has hired a team called the Phenomenal Intercontinental Statistics System, otherwise known as PISS. PISS. By the way, anyone notice the TV14 logo in the beginning of the show? I think we're going to see TV14. The PG era is over. Thank God. Took about 12 years. We got a TV14 logo. But I think they might have messed up. It's like, oh, we should have done PG. Looked like tonight was more AG, especially the final segment, which I'll get to in a minute. And this the little thing to talk about PISS and Retribution being like an Antifa type group. It is what it is. So he brings up the Phenomenal Intercontinental Statistics System, PISS. He says, we're not handing out anything. You're going to have to earn it on merit alone. So here we go. We're going to do like a family feud thing. And let's see who's number one. So we got the drum roll. AJ removes the black sheet from the board. And it reads, the Intercontinental Champion, AJ Styles himself. So who else? He's like, well, who else is on the board? Let's see who number 2, 3, 4, and 5 is. So it exposes the rest of the board. And it shows nobody. The board is blank. So nobody will get to face AJ Styles. So AJ says no one has earned the right to be in the ring with him. No one has earned it. And then we hear the music go, Jeff Hardy, dude. So Jeff comes out, says the tournament that AJ won. Jeff never got a fair chance. Sheamus up. Why storyline and that fucking feud, which is fucking horrible. But he says he doesn't dwell on the past, but it could have been Jeff versus AJ in the finals, which should have been. Is what it is. But he's going to move on from that. The IC title is special to him. He says it was the first title he won in the WWE, besides the tag titles. His first major title, is what he said. He knows his worth, what he's accomplished, and as a member of the WWE Universe, AJ and versus him sounds mega cool. So AJ says he respects Jeff. He's known him for a long time, mostly in TNA. But there are a lot of people that would love to see them in the ring. He says Jeff was part of the best tag team in the WWE. Well, that's true. true. You got other teams. Demolition. Just saying. The Hart Foundation, among another great tag team. The British Bulldogs. Edge and Christian. I mean, come on. Not the best, but one of the best. But that's all I gotta say about that. He deserves to be on the board. So Jeff. So if Jeff is asking if AJ wants to face him in the ring for the title, AJ says, "Hell no!" Ha 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 ha. So kind of played him off. He's like, "What do you think this is? You haven't earned anything, and I know what you've been through. But this is a pity party." And then Jeff attacks him. He shoves Joseph Park, hits AJ with the twist of fate, and that was basically it. So he lays out AJ with the twist of fate, shows Abyss. Surprised, Joseph Park's not like anything. Should have hit him with a black hole slam. Then could have had a Jeff Hardy Abyss feud. That would have been really nice. Kind of reliving their TNA days. Maybe had the weapons. But it is what it is. So they didn't do that. So that's that. And then Jeff brings a marker, and he autographs the blackboard, the whiteboard, I should say. So that was that. So that was a pretty good segment. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So it looks like we're gonna get Jeff Hardy versus the Intercontinental Champion AJ Styles. Probably maybe I don't know if it's SummerSlam or not. They haven't announced it, or they're gonna save it for SmackDown or maybe Payback. But we'll have to see what happens with that. So like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. And we'll move on from there. All right, then we go backstage. We see the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Cesaro asked Shinsuke what little he's. I think Shinsuke said Shiba or Shiba, something like that. And then we see Lindsay Dorado and Gran Metalik of the Ducha House Party creep up from behind. They take the tag team titles and run off with them. And that was that. That was kind of a stupid segment, so I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Just, there's really no tag teams on SmackDown besides the Lucha House Party and Heavy Machinery. And if you think about the New Day, if Kofi comes back, it's 45 tag teams going around one belt. But just a stupid storyline with the Lucha House Party and Cesaro and Shinsuke, just to set up maybe a title match, maybe at Payback or at SummerSlam. Probably be Payback most likely, but it is what it is. All right, then we go to the back. We stay in the back with AJ Styles and Signature on it. AJ says that Jeff will be erased, and he tries to erase the board with I think his hand or his jacket, but it's not going out. And then AJ's like, Jeff used a permanent marker! Ah! And the business is like, shoot! Joseph Parks was funny tonight, but it is what it is. So we're going to see what happens with AJ and Jeff, like I said. Intercontinental title match coming up, either at SummerSlam or at Payback. And maybe Jeff will win the title for the, I believe, the 4th time. See, because I heard Michael Cole said that Jeff was. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. And we will move on from there. All right, then we get to our next match. Match number 3. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Gran Metalik. We had Cesaro and Lindsay Dorado at ringside for their respective partners. Match was It was all right. So Shinsuke grabbing Gran Metalik in the corner, drops a knee on him, goes for a 1 count. He goes for a clothesline, missed it, gets kicked, then snapped into a cravat. Gran Metalik springboards, lands on his feet, hits the ropes, hits a Hurricane Rana, sending Shinsuke to the outside. And then Gran Metalik goes for a suicide dive. Stays there with a kick, rolls in and covers him for a near fall. He starts kicking the crap out of Gran Metalik in the chest. He rips Metalik into the corner, tries for a splash. Metalik kicks him. Jay spins it, gets kicked out. And Metalik with a sling blade like maneuver, kind of like whee, is what it's. Then a kick to the top of the head, the back of the head. Goes to a rip to rope, sends him in the ropes, gets reversed. We get a springboard elbow into a pin for a near fall. Metalik then runs the rope. Cesaro's then on the apron, which causes a distraction. Shinsuke kicks Metalik away, and he covers it for a near fall. He looks for that inverted exploder. He hits it, and he's looking for the Kid Sasha. And then we hear the house party music play, and then we see the returning Kalisto. 10 months too late. I don't know where the hell he's been. I think he was stuck in Mexico, and he finally escaped. So Kalisto is back with a new mask, like a big old mask. He looks fucking huge, this guy. So Cesaro's like, what the hell? And we get a kick from Lindsay. Catapults Kalisto up in the air, off the ramp, off the plexiglass. Hits a tornado DDT on Cesaro on the ramp. That had to hurt. And then in the ring, Metalik kicks off the apron as Shinsuke is distracted. He walks ropes, hits the elbow to the chest of Shinsuke. 1, 2, 3. Grand Metalik gets the win over Shinsuke. And that was that. Match he gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. But at least Kalisto's back, so the Lucha House Party is in full effect again. And we'll see what happens with that, as they will probably face Cesaro and Shinsuke. Either one of them might be Kalisto and Metalik, Kalisto and Lince Dorado and Metalik. The Freebird rule in effect in the match coming up against Cesaro and Shinsuke. But we'll see what happens. I hope they don't give the Lucha House Party the tag titles. I really hope they don't, but knowing WWE, they'll probably give it to them. And then Lucha House Party will hold it maybe for a couple weeks, a month, and then probably lose it back to Shinsuke and Nakamura and Cesaro, or maybe Heavy Machinery. There's really no heel tag teams around except for Miz and Morrison. Unless the AOP come back. I think it was Akam or Razor was hurt. And one of them come back. That's the only heel tag team left is the AOP. Or they bring up somebody from NXT. That's that. SmackDown tag team division is crap. The Raw tag team division is crap. All they got is the Street Profits, Andrade and Angel Garza, and then you could throw in Ricochet and Cedric, but that nothing around. But I only have one heel tag team is Andrade and Angel Garza, who's probably going to win the belt at SummerSlam. That's it. You don't have any other heel. What a fucking disgrace. That's all I got to say about that. So, Grand Metalik gets the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. That's that. All right, then we go backstage with the lovely Kayla Braxton. She's with everybody's favorite bro, Matt Riddle. Brings up Baron Corbin. And she wonders how Riddle has stayed so positive despite there being a king's ransom on his head. So Riddle asks Kayla if he can call her bro. She's like, sure. He says he's laid back, cool, calm, and collected because he came here to bro down and throw down, and he wants to compete. But Baron Corbin, the dude that calls himself a king, as a royal pain, try to fight him. Caused a loss for him last week. He doesn't know what else he's supposed to do. Then we see Chad Gable come in. He says, I just want to explain myself and what happened a couple weeks ago. He says he has a family and money goes a long way, but it doesn't justify what he did, which was intentionally trying to injure Matt Riddle. He says he's sick and embarrassed, and he's out here to apologize. So Riddle thinks about it. He's like, okay, this bumps. He says, oh, girl. And he gets up, and the bro is down for a fight. Then out of nowhere, Baron Corbin attacks him with the scepter and lays him out at the feet of Chad Gable. Corbin says this is his kingdom, and he's like, thanks for the help, kid. And that's that. So like I said, before, is Gable a face or a heel? he's a tweener. What the fuck? I guess we'll have to find out next week or whenever this another match happens, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there, and that's that. All right, then we got a sit-down interview with Alexa Bliss. Basically, a production guy's interviewing her. She says she's been better than in recent weeks. She's asked about her history on. Says she got to know the man behind the monster. So we get some clips of Team Little Big doing the mixed up match challenge they had going on. She calls Braun. She says Braun's a good man. He's funny. He's witty. He's protective, compassionate. They get along so well because they call each other out, and they could be fun. And they became best friends. So she's asked if it would have became a little bit more. It would be like a romantic kind of thing, like become boyfriend girlfriend stuff, kind of stuff. She says maybe. Braun cared about her, so she cared about him. And then the interviewer is like, "This is why the Fiend attacked you." She says, "I don't know. That's a question for the Fiend." Then she's asked what it's like being in the Fiend's presence. She says, "Scary, terrifying, also compelling. And once you interacted with him, you can feel his presence." And she understood what they say when they say a moth to a flame. She said Braun said some really strong comments last week, and she asked how did it make her feel. Alexa kind of chokes up a bit, about to cry. And then she leaves, and we go to commercial. So we'll see what happens with Alexa Bliss, the whole Braun and Bray situation. This whole I guess you can call it like a lovers quarrel or love triangle. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that was it for that. And we move on. All right, then we see Sonya Deville backstage. And she thinks Mandy's going to look great. Bald. She wants to remind Mandy that maybe why everyone said what they said is because it's true, whatever they said. And she's going to destroy Mandy once and for all. And she accepts the challenge for her hair versus hair. So we'll see what happens with Mandy and Sonya going into next Friday night, the go-home show for Smackdown. And we'll see what happens at SummerSlam in the hair versus hair match. And like I said, I think Mandy will win, shave Sonya bald, and Sonya will probably go into like an LBGTQA. Not going to look good for Sonya looking bald. But that's that. And we move on from there. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens next week. And that's that. This is John Morrison again. Nothing to write home about. This went kind of berserk. I mean, going back and forth between backstage and the ringside area. It was just a big fuckery of camera work. So it starts with E taking the upper hand, hits a shoulder tackle, knocking Morrison down. Morrison gets some revenge. Hits the ropes, only need an elbow. Morrison does a flip. Then he gets a waist lock. E tosses him over with a hip toss. He goes to the corner. Morrison kicks him in the head. Springboards. E shows Morrison to the outside. And then he hits a clothesline out on the outside. Big E drags Morrison over to the apron. And then he hits that big clubbing blow to the chest. Then he's on the apron, hits a big splash on the apron. As you see, Miz is on commentary. And then he distracts Big E a little bit. Morrison clips the back of the leg, which was injured earlier in the night, thanks to Rich. He sends Big E into the ring. He kicks Big E in the corner. Then he hits some right hands. He locks the leg up on the middle rope, and he drops a knee onto the leg. And then we see Otis come out with the briefcase for some odd reason. And he comes down, talks some crap to Miz. He starts talking crap to Otis. And then the lights flicker. You know what that means. And Morrison starts locking up with Big E. Michael Cole's like, "Can we get some security out here?" And then while that's going on, we see more wrestlers come out to the ring. Mainly the faces of Raw, faces of SmackDown, no heels or anything. That's that. Then we cut backstage. We see Retribution tearing out the backstage area, hitting referees with different moves, laying them out. Then we see one guy with a WWE shirt get smacked with a bat, then a chair, and someone goes into the bathroom. Someone in the bathroom taking a shit. He traps him in the bathroom with a chair up to the door. They toss chairs aside. They start kicking some more stuff around. Then they spray paint the wall. And Michael Cole's like, nobody knows what's going on. And he starts telling him, we gotta go to the back, go to the back. And Corey Graves like, go to the back, go to the back. So while that's going on, Moore knows Big E for a near fall. And then the referee lets them know, also let them know that all of them go backstage, except for the referee, of course. Morrison stands in the corner, bounces out of it, and he gets hit with a Uranagi. Not like a Samoa Joe Uranagi, but a Uranagi anyway. He kicks the knee, and then we go backstage. All the wrestlers are assessing the mess made by Retribution. Kay's in the corner crying. Tucker looks at the WWE emblem with a circle and a slash. And he goes, what does this mean? I don't know. So anyway, go back to the ring. Big E hits another Uranagi for a near fall. Then he grabs the leg, pulls him in the stretch muffler, and that it's a stretch muffler like a mono version of the stretch muffler, and then Morrison tapped out. So Big E gets the win, continues his winning ways and his little singles run he has. So match was I couldn't. The whole thing with going back and forth, it just pissed me off. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and that was that. Afterwards, Big E celebrates on the outside of the ring, and then out of nowhere, Sheamus fella comes out and boom, kick to Big E. Sheamus goes to grab Big E, then we hear the music go, Braun Strowman, and he comes out with his bald head. And we're going to hear from Braun in a minute. But I gave the aftermath with Sheamus kicking Big E's head off 2.25 out of 5 stars. So I'll probably get Big E versus Sheamus next week or whenever that may be. Probably go into a storyline with that. And that's pretty much all I say. Move on from there. All right, there we go to the final segment of the night. Braun Strowman's in the ring. He says directly to the camera. They say you'll never see it coming at SummerSlam. Okay. He tells the Fiend that when he left the swamp, he'd be the most evil son of a bitch that anyone has laid eyes on. And he's going to rip the Fiend limb from limb. I think you mean his soul. I'll swallow your soul. It is what it is. So get that. And then Alexa Bliss's music hits. She comes out, gets in the ring, and Braun's like, I'm not looking at you. So Alexa wants to have a conversation, and Braun's like, what conversation? So Alexa's like, this is not the Braun that I know. Why don't you care about me? I don't believe that. They've been friends for years. So Braun gets pissed and says Alexa used him as a pawn. He said it last week. He doesn't give a damn about her. He's not some clown that can be led around by his beard, singing songs in a stupid car. Damn. And Braun's still not looking at her. Then Braun says he wants to spell it out. Everyone that comes in contact with the Fiend changes, including Alexa. Then he tells her to get out of my ring. So Alexa's like, okay, Braun, but be careful what you wish for. And then she's like, if I can't talk some sense into you, I'm gonna slap some sense into you. And she's like, look at me, damn it! Braun turns around. Alexa starts slapping the crap out of him. Tells him to wake up. Then Braun grabs Alexa and military presses her into the air. Looking to toss her somewhere, like lawn darting her out of the ring, maybe onto Michael Cole and Corey Graves, or onto the ringside area. Then the Tron starts going off, little by little. Braun's like, I'm going over here, I'm going over here, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go over here. And then the lights go out as Braun just goes, whoop! And then when the lights go out, Braun calls out the Fiend. Braun looks to toss Alexa out of the ring, blah, blah, blah. And then he military presses her in the air. The lights go out. I thought that the Fiend was going to catch her, but then the lights come back on. Alexa's down in the ring, grabbing her stomach, and Braun is gone. And then the Fiend's like kind of worried about Alexa. And then we hear Braun in the Titantron with a scream close up, and he's laughing like a hyena, or in my case, laughing sadistically, wickedly. He's laughing wickedly, and the Fiend's like, he's looking on, he's like, and that was that. So an interesting, shocking segment, a double turn, if you will. Looks like the Fiend is a face now, which makes no fucking sense. Now Braun's a monster heel. So I guess we're gonna find out what happens next week on the program, and then at SummerSlam, like I said, Braun versus Bray, the Fiend, for the Universal title. And I think Alexa Bliss will come into play and cost Braun the Universal title, and then she will side with Bray. They'll have a little bit of a incest love angle, and we'll see what happens with that. She becomes Sister Abigail, or Sister Alexa, as I call her. And Bray and her will have some weird stuff going on, some weird segments. Bray returning back into his regular self, and then when he gets all serious, Alexa Bliss will come in dressed all in black, and then start talking really deep voice, stuff like that. And it's just gonna be an interesting little storyline between Alexa and Bray Wyatt. That's gonna culminate after SummerSlam on the next edition of SmackDown. Not next week, the following week. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So I give the segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. Not a bad segment. Kind of creepy at times, but proves its point, furthers the storyline, which you'd love to see. So we're going to see what happens next week with Braun, with Bray, with Alexa. And that's all I got to say about it. We'll see what happens. All right, that's it for now. Thank you all for watching. Not a great SmackDown, but decent SmackDown. Not a great SmackDown. So I gave it 6 out of 10 stars. No, a lot of people gave it 6.25. Maybe some people gave it a 7. I don't know what you were watching. But I gave it a 6. It wasn't that bad. That's probably much I got to say about that. So we'll see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw and NXT and SmackDown, the go-home shows. And I believe they're going to be all at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. So next week we're going to get that. Virtual fans, I'm hearing next week. I don't know how that's going to work. It's trying to be the NBA. So we'll see what happens with that. As the WWE finally gets out of the Performance Center, and now going to go to their new home, the Amway Center. And I don't know if they're going to bring back the sets. I don't know what's going to happen with the ringside area. They're going to be plexiglass around the entire ringside area. What's going to happen? But we'll see what happens, and that's probably all I got to say about that. So get ready for Monday Night Raw. It's going to look different, and SummerSlam and TakeOver are going to be at the Amway Center. So get ready for that. So that should be interesting to see. And not next week's Raw, the week after's Raw is going to be at the Amway Center. So we'll see what happens with that, and we will move on. So like I said, 6 out of 10 stars for SmackDown. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below if you wish. If you have any questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up on my next video, which probably be Monday night unless something happens this weekend. But if not, Monday night, very late Monday night, after Raw goes off the air, do my Monday Night Raw review. We'll talk about Raw, and we'll get ready for NXT, and then NXT on Wednesday night, and then we'll talk about Friday Night Smackdown. We'll talk about Smackdown next Friday night, and then next Saturday, we'll talk about AEW, as they will be on Saturday night at 6 p.m. So we'll talk about that, and then NXT Takeover is the same night, but I'm gonna do my review next Sunday afternoon, before SummerSlam goes on the air. So I'll talk about Takeover in the afternoon next Sunday, and then after that we'll watch SummerSlam will take place, and then after SummerSlam, which will probably end around maybe 10 o'clock or so, maybe close around, I would say around 10, maybe 10:15, 10:30. After SummerSlam goes off the air, I'll be back on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel with my SummerSlam review. So we get 2 reviews all in one day. So that's going to be exciting. So we can talk about NXT TakeOver. We can talk about SummerSlam. Talk about anything else you want on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel. So we got that. And then the following week, we got Payback. So lots of videos coming near the end of this month. So get ready. Hit that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload, so you stay up to date, and you're like, Peter Gilmore's videos are out, so you can come in the chat, talk to me, interact with me, do all that good stuff. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. Thank you to Chase Stable and Slap It Joe, Slap It Joe, for coming in the chat. And anybody else who came in, was watching on YouTube or wherever else. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it. So thank you all for coming in. I'll see you guys next time for my next stream. So smash the like button to that, smash that subscribe button to that on this channel and all my other channels as well. And share this video all over the internet. And once again, tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching this video. Have a great rest of your Friday night. I'm going to go to bed in a couple hours, and then I'm going to work tomorrow. A long fucking day. Not going to be good. I'm going to work till 9 o'clock. I was supposed to work to 8:30, but then my boss put me on for an extra half hour. So I got to work till 9 o'clock. So won't be home till about 10:15, 10:30 with the way the buses run. I don't know, but and the train, the train as well. But it is what it is. So, gonna be an interesting weekend for me. Got some chores to do. Got some yard work that I've been neglecting to do, and I'm gonna be doing that on Sunday, all day. Basically all day Sunday. So, got that, and then I go back to work on Monday for a mid-afternoon evening shift. I'm gonna miss a little bit of Monday Night Raw, but when I come home, which will probably be home about, I say 10:45, 11 o'clock. I'll probably be home by the end of Raw, so I'll catch the end of Monday Night Raw, and then I'll rewatch everything. Which will take me about about maybe an hour, because I gotta eat too, gotta feed my cat. So that'll take a while. So I would say probably by 12:45, maybe 1 a.m. on Monday night, early Tuesday morning, I'll do my Monday Night Raw review, and then we'll have a little bit of fun on this channel. And that's pretty much it. So have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe. Wear your mask. Wash your fucking hands. Stay 6 feet apart. Just do what you gotta do so we can finally stop this fucking virus and hopefully get back to normal. Because it's gonna be a long rest of this year, a long 4 months, because the fall is coming. Flu season's coming. It's gonna be a really bad winter, really, really bad winter. I can already tell, because people are gonna be getting the flu. Gonna still have the coronavirus going around, so get hit with a double dose. So get your flu shot early, because if you get it late, you're fucked. That's all I gotta say. But that's all. Probably this winter, we're getting a lot of people in the hospital. A lot of people on ventilators. A lot of people may be dying from the flu or COVID or this. I mean, like this fucking virus. Like I said, you know. But if you get your flu shot early, I would say like maybe September, October, maybe early November. No, right before December. Get your flu shot early so you can at least battle this fucking virus and the flu. Like I said, it's gonna be a really bad winter. Those 3.5 months, December, January, and February, and a little bit of March. So it's gonna be a really tough end of the year, and then even probably get really bad in 2021. So this fucking virus and the flu is gonna keep going on through the rest of this year into early next year. I don't see a light at the end of this tunnel right now. This fucking virus is gonna be with us for years. We're gonna be social distancing for years to come. I don't think musicians are gonna be hit hard with this. There's probably not gonna be any concerts, sporting events. Are not gonna have that many fans. Movies may be opening soon. I think that the AMC opened yesterday. 15 cents a fucking ticket. I wish I knew of an AMC around my area. I would have went to see a movie, any movie that was actually out. I don't care what movie it was. I enjoyed the movie. 15 cents. Just had to pay for popcorn and soda, which is about like $10, $8 to $10. But at least you get in for 15 fucking cents, not like $12, $15 to get in now. Fucking insane. But slowly but surely, movie theaters are opening. Bowling alleys are now open. So if you like to bowl, you can go to the bowling alley. They're going to be like 50% capacity, which is nice. So that's pretty cool. You wear your mask doing bowling. That's kind of cool. It is what it is. I think Governor Cuomo said that he was going to do something about indoor gyms. Supposed to have something on Monday. He's supposed to talk about that. So we'll see what happens on Monday with the gyms and maybe the restaurants. Because restaurants are still doing outdoor dining. But indoor dining we'll probably not see for a while. Now, if we keep going with outdoor dining, I wonder how it's going to be in the late fall, early and the winter when it's snowing outside. How are people going to eat? Probably have to dial up Postmates, dial up Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, because most of the restaurants are going to be just doing delivery. That's it. You can't go anywhere. You could probably go there, but you have to take it out. You can't eat inside. So, I mean, I can go to the local grocery and get some food. I can go to the pizza shop that's just around the corner from me, get some pizza, get some chicken parm, or get something. So I have that. I can always dial up Uber Eats, which pisses me off sometimes. Even though they give me refunds once in a while, that's pretty nice. So I can order up Uber Eats, which I really don't like to use. It costs a lot of money, especially when me and the missus are here. It costs me like $20, $30 a pop. We don't use it not every day, but we use it pretty sporadically. So we're wasting like $30 a pop, even though we got bills to pay and food to get, groceries to get. It's hard right now, but it is what it is. But we'll get through it. Me and Rose will get through it because we get through everything. And that's that. So hopefully you can too. Be positive, stay positive with this fucking virus going on. And like I said, stay 6 feet apart, wear your fucking mask, wash your fucking hands. Just do the right fucking thing. And I know you don't like it. Maybe people don't like it because they're out of work and they can't get unemployment because now it's like unemployment's not giving out benefits now. They used to be giving out $600, and it ended sometime in July. And then Trump said it was going to give out $400, and he scaled it back to $300 a week. I don't know how you can live on $300 a week, but $600 I can see, but $300. Thank God I have a job that pays pretty well, so I can get food every week. and still be able to pay my bills, even though they're astronomical. It is what it is, and that's all I can say about that. So thank you for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off. Check out my NXT review after you watch this video. Link is down below in the description box. As always, friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Twitter link down below as well. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace out. Rock on. If you're not down with that, as always, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's all I can say about that. So have a great weekend, everybody. I might do another video this weekend. Who knows? But that's all I got to say about it. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. I'm out. Peace, bitches.